Welcome back to Psyche Exposed. Every single day, people tell you exactly who they are, exactly what they are feeling, exactly whether they are lying to you, using you, or genuinely care about you. They tell you all of this without saying a single word, and almost nobody is listening. Today, that changes. Because by the end of this video, you will never walk into a room, sit across from a person, or have a conversation the same way again. Here is what most people never realize about communication. Words are the most controllable thing a human being has. We choose them, we rehearse them, we edit them before they leave our mouths. But the body does not rehearse. The body does not edit. The body simply reacts. And that reaction happening constantly in real time beneath every conversation you have ever had is the most honest thing about any person you will ever meet. Learning to read it is not a trick. It is one of the most powerful skills a human being can develop. The first thing you need to understand is baseline behavior. Every person has a default way of moving, speaking, and holding themselves when they feel relaxed and at ease. That is their baseline, and it is the single most important reference point you will ever have when reading someone, because the truth does not live in any one signal. It lives in the deviation from normal. The person who always speaks confidently, suddenly stumbling over their words. The person who always maintains eye contact, suddenly looking away. The moment something shifts from baseline. That is the moment to pay attention. The second thing is the feet. Forget the face, forget the eyes. If you want to know where someone truly wants to be, look at their feet. The face is where people perform. The feet are where people are honest. Feet instinctively point toward what a person actually wants. Toward the door when they want to leave. Toward you when they are genuinely engaged. Toward someone else in the room when their interest has already moved on. Nobody thinks to control their feet, which is exactly why they always tell the truth. The third thing is micro-expressions. These are flashes of genuine emotion. Anger, fear, contempt, disgust, that cross a person's face in less than a quarter of a second before they can stop it. They happen at the speed of instinct. Most people miss them entirely. But once you train yourself to look, you will see them everywhere. And when a micro-expression contradicts what someone is saying, do not argue with it. That split second of truth is more reliable than anything that comes out of their mouth. The fourth thing is the direction of the eyes. When most right-handed people look up and to their left, they are typically retrieving a real memory. When they look up and to their right, they are typically building something new, constructing, creating. This pattern is not perfect, but it is consistent enough to be worth watching. Because the difference between someone remembering the truth and someone constructing a story is often sitting right there in the movement of their eyes. The fifth thing is open versus closed body language. Open body language. Relaxed shoulders, uncrossed arms, palms visible, body facing toward you. Signals comfort, honesty, and genuine engagement. Closed body language. Crossed arms, hunched posture, turned away, hands hidden. Signals discomfort, defensiveness, or withdrawal. People move between open and closed constantly, and the exact moments when someone closes off, those are almost always the moments that matter most. The sixth thing is mirroring. When someone feels genuinely connected to you, they will unconsciously begin to copy your movements. They lean when you lean. They smile when you smile. They shift their posture to match yours without ever realizing they are doing it. This is the body's way of saying, I am with you. I feel safe with you. And when someone consistently fails to mirror you, even in a conversation that appears warm and friendly, that absence is a signal too. The seventh thing is the hands. Open palms signal honesty. Clenched fists signal suppressed tension. Hands hidden in pockets or tucked behind the back signal that something is being held back. Not necessarily a lie, but a feeling. Touching the face, especially around the mouth or nose, often means the brain is uncomfortable with what is being said or heard. And steepled fingers, pressed together at the tips, almost always signal someone who feels deeply confident and in control. The eighth thing is the smile. The human brain can detect a fake smile before the conscious mind can explain why something feels off. The reason is simple. A real smile reaches the eyes. The corners crinkle. The eyes narrow and soften. A performed smile stays on the mouth only. The eyes remain completely flat. Next time someone smiles at you, look at their eyes before you decide how you feel about it. Because a smile that does not reach the eyes is not a smile. It is a performance. The ninth thing is touch. How a person touches or avoids touching reveals an enormous amount about how they truly feel. A brief touch on the arm during conversation signals genuine warmth. Pulling away from touch signals distance or discomfort. The handshake, its firmness, its duration, whether both hands are used, whether one hand ends up on top. All of it communicates something about power, confidence, and how this person sees themselves in relation to you. And the 10th thing, the one that ties everything together, is congruence. The body and the words should always be telling the same story. When they do, the person in front of you is almost certainly being real. When they do not, when the words say yes and the body says no, when the voice says calm and the hands say panic, when the face says happy and the eyes say hollow. That gap between word and body is where the actual truth is living. Always follow the body. Because words are chosen, the body simply is. Now you have the framework, but knowing this is only the beginning. The real transformation happens when you start practicing it. In every conversation, in every room you walk into, in every person you sit across from. Because reading body language is not really about catching people out. It is about seeing people more clearly than they sometimes see themselves. It is about being present in a way that most people never are. And it is about understanding, truly understanding, the person in front of you. That level of awareness does not just change how you read people. It changes every relationship you have, every conversation you walk into, every version of yourself you bring to the world. Subscribe to Psyche Exposed, because seeing clearly, really clearly, is the most powerful thing you will ever learn to do.